Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discussing about the second chapter, physics, 8th class physics, friction. In that activity 5, already we discussed about the activity 1, activity 2, and activity 3, and activity 4. What is the friction and how many types of forces are there? Uh, Statical friction, sliding friction, and also rolling friction. Here we have to observe the activity 5, effect of normal force on the friction. So in the activity 4, keep a brick on the horizontal floor and pull it with the spring balance attached to it and measure the frictional force. Here we have to observe by keeping the vertical position, also by keeping the horizontal position, by attaching the one spring to that one. In that spring the scale is there, and also by applying the force how the brick will be moves. So what are the changes between the friction when it was horizontal and when it was vertical, we observed in the activity 4. Here now activity 5, by keeping the another brick on that. Now put another brick over the brick, tied to the spring balance, or press it vertically with your hand, and then measure the force of the friction as described above. Imagine you are pulling down one object, so another persons are keeping some pressure on that or some force on that to they are keeping that one. They are trying to keep that one in their sides. You are pulling that one your side. What happened? The force will be increases or not? The pulling force will be increases or not? When the opposing force will be increases, your pulling force also increases. So here one vertical brick is there. What happened? We are keeping another brick, or also or we are applying the force to stop that one. And also by using the spring attached to that one, we need to pull that brick. What happened here? Force will be increases. Frictional force also increases. The normal force applied by you to pull that brick. When another force also applying on that brick, you have to use more force to pull that one. Yes or no? So what you have to observe here? Here you have to observe when the frictional force will be increases, normal force also needs to be increased. So what we say, the frictional force is proportional to the normal force. So from the above activity you can understand that when we add a brick to the existing brick or applying a force by pressing it vertically, the normal force increased, and hence we find an increase in the frictional force also. What we find when we are adding another brick to existing brick, here you have to observe already in the previous we are discussed. This is the brick which is attached to the spring. What we are doing in now in the activity 5, we are adding the another brick to this one, or also we are adding the force on this one to stop this brick opposing to the pulling force, applying pulling force to that one. So what happened when we are adding the brick or when we are adding the external force, that one, what happened? Frictional force will be increases. Like that our normal force also increase to pull that bricks. So this is so from this what we say, friction is proportional to the normal force. Friction is proportional to the normal force, where alpha is the symbol representing proportional to. Here one alpha symbol is there. The symbol will be represents the proportional. So is the friction acting on a table resting on the floor? If the normal force is a double, what happens to the friction? What happened? Normal force will be double, so friction will be the friction will be increases. If the normal force increases, the friction will be increases. If the normal force decreases, friction also decreases. Friction depends on area of contact. How can you correct your friend? Through some experiments. Friction is dependent of weight, but it depends on normal force between surfaces of contact where friction exists. Do you agree with this statement? Discuss. All of you discuss this one with your friends. Next, is friction necessary? We need the friction. Yes, if we want to walk on the floor, we need the friction. Without friction, what happen? We all fall down. Yes or no? If the car will be moves on the road, the friction is necessary. Without friction, the car also don't move on the road also. Any object which one stay on the floor, they needs the friction. Try to walk on muddy or slippery surfaces. Why do you find it difficult to walk on slippery surfaces? You walk on the surf water, you walk on the soap water. It is easy to walk? No, it is very difficult. Why? Because that soapy water or surf water will be very difficult to walk to us. We cannot walk on run without friction. Let us see the things that will not happen in world if friction were not present. We will not have any cars, bicycles or scooters. All of them moves only because of the friction. Already we discussed bicycles or cycles or any vehicle on the road will be moves only because of the friction. The contact between the surface to the tires, there is the friction is there. Without friction they won't move, all are falling down. Also we won't run, cannot walk, we cannot run without friction. So even if somebody pushes a car, we will not be able to stop it by applying brakes. Carpenters will not be able to smoothen surfaces. You will not be able to hold any appliances such as hammer, soap, etc. Already we discussed. Carpenters also won't do anything without friction, won't get the smoothness of the wooden without friction. Also somebody pushes a car, not able to stop it by applying the brakes also. So without friction we can't do anything. It will not possible to write with a pen or pencil if there is no friction. You couldn't fix a nail in the wall. No building could be constructed if there is no friction. We won't write on the book also. We won't build any building, any floors, any buildings in the surface of the ground without friction. No building could be constructed if there is no friction. On the other hand, friction is undesirable to in all machinery. For instance, friction is responsible for overheating and wearing out of moving parts. You need to oil or grease your bicycles in order to make it move smoothly. So by using the machines, by using the anything, some after sometimes what happened, they will give us some noise. Yes or no? For example, you have to observe your bicycle. So 2, 3, 4 years after buying of that bicycle, you are using regularly that bicycle. 2, 3, 4 years after, what happens? Some sounds will be comes outside from the bicycle. Yes or no? At the handles, at the tires. So what we need to do? We need to do greasing or oiling without making that noise from the bicycles or any vehicles. Make a list of a few more examples of the situations where we need to reduce the friction for efficient functioning of tools. So what we need to do, reduce the friction for efficient functioning of the tools. You have to see your fans also. Some after sometimes they will give the sound. So we all know what is the problem to that one. The bearings problem will be there. We all know. Immediately we said what is the problem is there. Immediately we said the bearings problem is there. What is the bearing? Why we need the bearing? So to move easily continuously, we need the bearings. That bearings will be types are there. Ball bearings. That means the balls will be keeps inside of the round part. That one will be called as the ball bearings. So to anyone to move freely, we need the ball bearings also. So next activity 6. All of you understood? In the activity 5, what we observed, the friction is proportional to the normal force. By adding the brick to the which is attached by the spring, by adding the another force, what happened? The friction will be increased. When the friction will be increased on the object, what happened? The normal force which is applied to pull that object, it will be also increased. So what we conclude from this one, the frictional force will be proportional to the normal force. And also it is friction is necessary. Yes, without friction we can't walk, we can't run. And also any vehicle, bicycles or scooters or all won't move on the road also. And also we can't move the cars also by pushing. And also carpenters also won't do anything without the friction, and they want to smoothen the surfaces of the woods. And also we won't use the appliances of the hammer also. We won't write on the write with the pen or pencil also. without a friction. So, and we want to fix the nails on the walls also, and also buildings could not construct. Uh, so machines also needs the friction compulsory. Whenever the friction force will be increases, they will be gives the some noise. So to protect from that noise, the machines will needs the oiling or greasing. So these all are we discussed in the activity 5. Next coming to the activity 6. Friction produces heat S. So rubbing the hands, we all know. When we use this rubbing the hands in the winter season, we all rub the at early morning, we all rub the hands and we keep at the neck. Yes or no? Yes. So rubbing the hands. Yes. Friction produces the heat. Yes. So we have to observe when the sudden brakes will be stops the car, what happen, heat will be produces, and sometimes tires will be burn out and also gets the damages, and also they will be fire out. So here you have to see, also you have to see the matchstick, how it will be burns by using the matchbox. So we have to rub 2 to 3 times that matchstick on the matchbox, then only it will be gets a fiery. Here you have to observe sticking a matchstick against the surface of the matchbox. Rub your palms against each other for a few minutes. How do you feel? Stick a matchstick against the rough surfaces. What happened here? You have to see in the previous picture already we are observing rubbing our hands. Within a few minutes, what happened? The hot, we sense the hot. Yes or no? Heat will be produces under our hands. Yes. And also next picture here you have to observe by rubbing the matchstick on the matchbox. Daily we have to do this one when we are using the matchbox. So by rubbing that stick on the rough surface of the matchbox, what happened? It will be gets the fire. In both activities we observe because of the friction, temperature of the surfaces increases. Matchstick catches the fire because of increase in temperature by friction. Thus, we can conclude that friction can also produces the heat. Yes or no? From the rubbing of the hands and also by rubbing the matchstick on the matchbox, what happened? The heat will be produces, and by producing the heat, matchstick getting to fire. Yes or no? By getting that heat, the matchstick will be started to firing. So from these two pictures, what we concluded that the friction will be produced as the heat. Next, give some more examples where friction produces that. You have probably heard that spacecraft returning to the earth have to be protected by a heat shield covering them. Find out why. What is the material used as the heat shields? Okay, now here you have to observe, think and discuss. What important role does friction play in the life of men and animals? So why is friction important for the transport? Next, increasing and decreasing friction. In what we have to observe in the activity 6, friction will be produces the heat. Which examples we are taken? We are taking the by rubbing the hands and also by rubbing the matchstick on the matchbox. Next, increasing and decreasing friction in activity 7. How to reduce the friction? Take a spoon and hold it head border portion in the left hand and hold the mid portion of the spoon by the right hand and pull it towards the other ends of the spoon. What do you notice? Yes, you have to observe. What do you notice? Take a spoon and hold its head border portion. Head means border portion in the left hand and hold the mid portion of the spoon by the right hand and pull it towards the other end of the spoon. What do you notice? Now dip your right hand fingers in water. Do it against as said above. In which case it is easy to pull. Why repeat the activity with other liquids such as account, oil, grease, etc. Friction cannot advantages in some cases and disadvantages in other cases. In the former case of activity 7, we try to increase the friction. In the latter case, we try to reduce it. Let us try some examples. By using the spoon, what we observed, some places friction will be has advantages and some places in friction cases will be has the disadvantages. Some places we have to move freely and in some places we have to move very difficult that spoon. Let us try some more examples. Bottom of the shoe. So you have to see The shoe bottom also, how it one will be very rough. Why? Because if it one very smooth, what happened? We get the slip when we are walking on the surface of the ground. So the bottom of the shoe will be very rough. Here you have to observe the bottom of the shoe in figure 16. Have you ever thought why the sole of your shoes is grooved as shown in the figure? All of you observed when you anyone discussed why the bottom of the shoe will be very rough, and also here you have to observe the tire also. How the tire will be? Tire also will be very rough. It is done to provide shoes better grip on the floor. So why? Because it will be gets the grip on the floor when we are walking on the floor, so that you can move safely. Similarly, the tires of the cars, trucks and bulldozers are threaded. Why do you need to change the tires when it is threading is worn out? So we said we need to change the tires of the car, we need to change the tires of the scooter, we need to change the tires of the bike. Why we need to change the tires of the router? So they will get the worn out from the threading. Yes or no? Because of the threading only friction will be is there. Without the threading, what happened? They will get the slipping. So we need to change the tires or tires of the cars or tires of the bikes also. So pattern of the tire here you have to observe, which is looks like a pattern of the shoe bottom also. Next, gymnasts apply some coarse substances on their hands to increase the friction for better grip. In some situations, however, friction is undesirable and we would want to minimize it. So when you are some gymnasts also uses some tricks to get the grip of their hands. And when you are playing the carom board, what we need to do? We need to do to spread the some powder on the carom board. Yes or no? Why we need that powder to move the coins very freely on that one? Without powder, what happens? There is no movement in the coins. They will move, but they won't move in the frequently on that carom board. So for that frequent movement we need on the coins, we need to spread some of the powder on that one. So play carom board without powder and then play with fine powder sprinkle on board. In which case, in the movement of the striker and the coins easy. Why do we pour a few drops of oil on the hinge of a door? So what happened? You have to observe. We all know, we all sense that one. Yes or no? Yes. Without powder, the striker also won't move very easily. When we have to keep some powder on the carom board, then only the coins or the striker also moves very freely. Why do we use grease between the moving parts of the motor vehicles? So why we need to use the grease between the moving parts of the motor vehicles to move very freely without getting the noise? Most important point, without getting the noise, we are using the grease. In all the above cases, we want to reduce friction in order to increase efficiency, and also to reduce the friction to increase the efficiency. Efficiency means a good work. To get the good work of the vehicles, we need to use the grease. When oil, grease or any other lubricants are applied between the moving parts of a machine, a thin layer is formed between the moving surfaces and hence they do not directly rub against each other. Interlocking of irregularities is avoided a great extent by the application of lubricants. Hence, the movement to become smooth. The substances which reduces the frictions are called the lubricants. The substances which are reduces the friction will be called as lubricants. Here, which substances we are using to reduces the friction and also to increase the lifetime and also to increases the efficiency of the machines. Here we are using the grease or oil, any lubricants. That grease or oil will be called as the lubricants. A thin layer, by using this one, what happened? A thin layer is formed between the moving surfaces and hence they do not directly rub against. So because of that, they are interlocking and irregularities are avoided. Also noise will be avoided. This is about the activity 5 and activity 6 and activity 7. Children, all of you must and should read the textbook. All of you, I think, understood. Very easy topic.